There's a statement that was put out and that was talked about for a while, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it. It's dealing with the NBA and trying to find the next superstar. So this is a two-part question for you guys. One is, can an international player be the face of the league, or must it be an American player? And two, is the reason we can't find a face of the league is because we won't let go of yesteryear.
Mm. Um, I mean, nostalgia is always going to be the NBA's backbone and foundation. That's just those guys set a standard for what it means to compete at a high level and win championships, and while doing it. I think being the face of the league comes with a lot. You got to be willing to sacrifice for that, and you got to want it. Like, there were guys back in the day that wanted that spotlight, and then right now today, just the way the media, social media is, analytics, critics, and stuff like that, that I think they've kind of shied away from it. But being on that stage, I think Shea Gillis, it could be the face of the league as a young kid that can carry this thing going into the next 5-10 years. This kid is unbelievable. You just saw what he just did the other night. Another 40, 50 point game. So him and Anthony, Ant-Man, I think it can come down between those two.
Here's my question. Why does there have to be one face of the league? There are so many incredibly talented young stars, whether they're American-born, Canadian-born, or international. Why does there have to be one face of the league? Like, since we've been alive, and you guys are a little older than me, right? But let's start with the Bird Magic era. So how many faces of the league have we had? We had Bird and Magic. So so Dr.
Well,
J.
I think I go go back with Dr. J.
Let's
start with Dr.
J.
J.
So Dr. J to Bird and Magic to Michael. And then when Michael retired the first time, the NBA was like, oh, what are we going to do? Who's the face? How do we market this? And there were a lot of terrific players, a lot of Hall of Fame players, but nobody emerged in that 1.5 year window. Mike comes back. It's still his. Mike retires. You have Shaq. You have Kobe.
Okay. Allen Iverson.
But the league, but the league wasn't ready to promote Allen Iverson in that way. The league wasn't ready to promote Kevin Garnett in that way because of where they were from and what they represented and how boisterous they were and what they wore and how they wanted to express themselves, right? So you have that happen, and then LeBron James arrives. And then Kevin Durant arrives. And then Stephen Curry arrive. And they all kind of have been that in their own unique ways for the last, now, LeBron's rookie year was 2003. So that's 2 decades, right? So the game has gone even more global since then.
Yep.
And LeBron and KD and Steph are going to play as long as possible. But you look at, you call out Shea, you called out Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards.
And Luka. I put Luka in that.
Giannis was becoming the face of the league. He won a championship with multiple MVPs. Jokic is a 3-time MVP. Jason Tatum is an NBA champion, gold medalist. Ja Morant has figured himself out and has Memphis back now as a contender. There are so many electric players who can share in this mantle. I think trying to put the pressure of that on one player is actually a huge mistake. I think it's a huge mistake. I think the league has an opportunity now, and whether it's the league, whether it's the storytellers around the league, the media likes to go with their narratives, but I like talking about the storytelling around it. Like, I want to see a rivalry between Oklahoma City and Memphis. I want to see a rivalry between Oklahoma City and Minnesota. I want to see Boston and Cleveland in an epic conference final this year where that turns back into something, because when LeBron was in Cleveland, we remember what Celtics Cavs was like, right? Both times, both later and obviously when KG and Paul were battling LeBron before he went to Miami. So I want to see rivalries back and teams and cities, and I don't know why we're so concerned with one face of the league. The league has so many incredible stars. Oh yeah, that Luka Doncic guy is now in Los Angeles, by the way. That too. That's going to play into this also. So, sorry for the tangent on this, but I feel really strongly about the fact that there are so many dynamic young stars. Let's celebrate all of it instead of trying to figure out, okay, who the one face is. I don't see it that way anymore.
I hear what you're saying, and I want to let me come at it from this perspective. The league built its reputation on the catalyst of that star being that type of star that exceeded not just the local game, but crossed every aspects of it. I don't know if the NBA has a plan to format and get away from that, because even as we look at how the NBA has been trying to change itself and build its reputation back,